I don't know if that actually cut through because I put the transition in, so that was over top of that.
No, would you like to lead the session?
Oh no.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a bit to the Leaves of Change on the Wednesday Night Revival here on Wolf Respawn. I am the Dungeon Master for this game, Just Brett, and these are my lovely players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Look, me and Mal
Hello,
finally
players.
have cameras.
Yes.
You fucked it up. It's what?
All right.
Not you.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Before we get started, a couple announcements. This is a 18 plus stream. There's going to be adult themes in this game. We might say the fuck words on occasion. Damn it.
Was I not supposed to already? Shit.
God damn it.
Can't,
How dare you,
can't
Tony?
go back.
Watch your fucking mouth.
There it is.
Fuck. Fucking sorry, everybody.
We are grateful that you're here, but please, if anything makes you uncomfortable, you are more than allowed to leave. We respect your decision. We also be happy if you're here with us, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, as it were.
I'll judge you. I'll judge you harsh. No.
We like the word fuck more than your anyway. What? Sorry,
Where was that one going? Where was that one going?
Don't ask. You don't want to know. Everything's
I
fine.
don't know what I want.
A special thank you to our friends at Tabletop Audio for making this wonderful soundboard we're using. It's a free software. All
You
they
didn't
ask...
give me the link to it.
Yes, I did. It's in the chat.
In this chat? The chat
He-
that I can't
he
check
put
once I
it in
get
the
camera going?
You told me to send it to you.
I'll
so I
copy.
did.
I'll copy and paste it for you. Bud.
I'm gonna do the ad read anyway.
Can you tell it's been a while?
It's been a hot minute, guys. The
Everything
holidays.
is up. Yeah, the holidays are coming, so if we aren't as live as often, don't be terribly surprised. We're busy. We promise. But we hope that
We
you
haven't
have
even talked about what we want to do for the holidays.
we have things we want to do in the holidays.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't
Honestly.
talked about it.
Oh,
I'll go home.
special thank you to Tabletop Audio. They make a wonderful selection of soundboards, which we're using the Dark Forest on right now. But they also have 10-minute long audios for any RPG. You want to run Lovecraftian horror? They got music for that. You want to run Wild West? They got music for that. You want to do something that is a little bit more science fictiony? They got music for that. They have a non-obligatory Patreon and gift shop if you want to support them. Thank you, Tabletop Audio, for being the music to our ears. Are there any other announcements that I need to address now before we get into it?
I have an announcement.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
Yes. Thank you for being here. We are absolutely delighted that you're spending time with us to watch our antics and watch my friends slowly make me go gray and then bald.
You'll go
Please
insane
don't go
first.
bald.
But I don't think so.
Brett's already insane. That's the non-starter.
Thank you, wife.
Worse.
So, last we left off, the group had finally made it to that little church after the local cleric of their little village discovered something and said that you guys need to find some clues. Two of you had recently seen them and knew that a temple to literature palm would be the best place to start, as it's the last time you saw some of these strange statue tree amalgamations or just weird designs. After almost actually one of you picked a fight with a giant stork person or crane person, I should specify.
We didn't pick
getting
a fight. Did we?
it felt threatening enough to turn one of you into a bird.
I got a feather.
You did get a feather.
I gave it to a friend.
You almost went on some spoopy vehicles. You saw a bunch of things within the forest, but no real harm came to y'all. Which was good. And you guys are able to make it to the small temple. It's more of a. It almost felt more like a small abandoned shack or church. Only about 10-15 people in it. One of them, a worshiper of the reap of the harvest, also known as a scarecrow, who doesn't talk all that much, but was friendly enough to let you all go and meet with the head of the small outpost, but a woman by the name of Sora. She used some odd versions of magic to read all of your minds to help figure out why exactly you're here, and offered all of you some candied apples as a reward. And that's where we are, as you guys are enjoying some freshly candied apples. So, my friends, what would you like to do?
I want to go
I would
find the
like
to
rich
eat.
guy.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, you step outside and he's right there. He's keeping an eye on all of you. He, as a reminder, he's wearing a burlap sack over his head, as is the tradition, what they've been doing for thousands of years.
Very
Because his job.
specifically, I'm going without them.
Okay. Would you like to make a stealth check to see if they notice you going,
Sure.
please?
Boop. Normal roll. I'm just doing D&D Beyond right now. That's a 22.
I'm pretty sure none of them spot you as you go. You're all bye bye.
Soda is very intently licking the candy coating off of the apple.
It is fresh caramel. Caramel.
Nummy, nummy, nummy.
It won't
don't
stand
trust
up
it.
wrong.
I do not trust it.
I mean, these apples are about as big as you are, so that's fair, broccoli.
Well, also, I'm still a bird, aren't I?
No, that was only for an hour. That was a couple days ago. You can still
Can I
act like a
still
bird
be
if you want to. If you want, if you want an excuse to start crapping on people, sure, I suppose.
Brett, let me have wild shape just because I want it.
Don't step on my toes.
No. Playing a sorcerer, it's basically the same thing. But all of you are enjoying the candiest of apples. And Leaf, you want to head out and find this bastion of death, basically.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just wherever he
carrying-
is, I'm gonna like perch up on a fence next to him.
He is sitting outside the door where all of you are at. This small building that you are, it's a very well put together but old stone and moss building. It has been here for a very long time. You probably wouldn't care to notice, but it has been very well taken care of and very, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a certain hum in the air, and you can feel that more so than some of your compatriots. This place is hollow ground in a very calming way.
So like, you don't talk. That's your deal.
He gently nods.
And you serve the reaper. Hmm. What? How do you communicate then? I have questions.
He reaches into. He's not wearing like an undertaker like execution style like clothing. He's wearing a large. It's not. It's he's a large man. But a linen shirt, very simple pants and very dark boots. He reaches into his side pouch and pulls out a small board and a charcoal pen or pencil, and begins to write, and writes like this if necessary.
So, is there somewhere we can talk about things that are probably gonna get the wrong attention?
He raises his hand using prestidigitation and removes the writing and continues to sketch. What kind of attention are you concerned with? He doesn't chuckle, but he then writes, "I don't mean to alarm you, but I believe I classify as people."
Yeah, but you're one of his people. They're. It's kind of complicated.
He then writes, "All that reside here are allies to the Reaper of the Harvest as they worship their spouse, their partner."
Okay. So, say that words are hard. Didn't have words
If you need some
before.
time to think about it, Leaf, we can go back to the rest of the group. If you need time to kind of figure things out.
This is more of in character. Leaf
Okay.
doing Leaf things.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't. What do they expect? Like, death obviously is sort of the whole thing, but it's not the whole thing, right?
They write and they say the Master of the Seasons is the Lord of the act of death, not death itself. It is change. It is the seasons changing. It is when a flower grows and then dies, its seeds spread on afterwards. That's what the Reaper Harvest is. It's not. It's the thing that guides people onto the ever expanding. It's not a angry or violent god by any means. It's had its moments. But haven't we all had our moments of wrath?
Probably. Hmm. Maybe that's why. And they're just gonna kind of go quiet and sit next to them for a hot minute.
Sure. The rest of you are in the room with Sora, who is just enjoying the company. She'll answer any questions that you might have about this place. Alongside this small kitchen area, like I said last time, there are whole almost. Remember those old milk like container holders for people used to get milk delivered? There are crates of those filled with different levels of healing potions. Like I said last time, this place is a distributor of basically healing potions for any town that might need them that doesn't have an apothecary within their own place. Very simple cots with foot lockers. It's not a big building. But it's cozy, and though this place is loved. But there are no real altars or shrines that you can see anywhere here, other than a couple trinkets on the walls for the nurtured palm. But it does not feel like a church.
Castina will kind of point to the milk crates that have like the bottles in them, and she will go, I actually made those bottles while I was serving here at the temple. One of my favorite contributions, since we didn't always get it back, so we always needed more. Something I kind of miss doing. It's peaceful. It's intense at the same time. It's interesting.
Yes, you were quite handy with your tools, and if you ever want to come back, you definitely can.
The thought has crossed my mind more than once. I will lie. But I have my what I need to. But what information did you get the information you were needing from us?
I did. That, I have seen such interesting things in these woods. Sometimes they move, but it would not be difficult for us to find it again. Though I am curious as to why those things would be part of such a vision.
Can you remind me what the vision was, Brett, so that way, because it's
Armageddon. It was basically a wartime, and it started with statues that looked very similar to the ones found in those trees. The sound of like ships flying, giants coming down and destroying the town. Like it was not good.
kind of like World War II-y type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Castina would say, I don't think that I would have any productive information, but it's just something that we wanted to check up on, and I figured you all we know the forest, you know, through being here, and we know it's changing, and having Broccoli here can be helpful as well.
We don't get many fair folk in our midst, but we are never opposed to having them as company. They're quite entertaining.
Exactly.
Do you not like your candied apples?
Don't think about me being here.
Well, it's impolite not to respect your guests.
I'll let you know what's impolite about me. It's me.
Okay.
I think we got a new Broccoli. This one's not Irish.
The accent has never been consistent.
It has not.
Oh, that's true. That's right. I forgot. I forgot that was the bit.
It
I
has
forgot
been
that was the bit.
constantly drifting.
Listen, constantly. It's been like a month and a half since we've played, so please forgive me. I feel like I took a month-long nap.
But, I've not seen any visions of war, and I'd be very surprised. But I also didn't see you coming, so maybe I'm just getting a little old.
It was quite impromptu. So, would I know if there was like a almost time like that she's able to see into the future? Like, is she limited to seeing a month into the future, a few weeks into the future, a few months into the future?
That's a very fair question. Go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage to your relationship with them. DC 15.
Oh.
I would love that, Mono, if I could.
17.
17.
Or sorry, 18.
18. Yeah. Good enough. The Sora is a prophet. They are unfortunately the kind that will get visions at random. And sometimes it can be immediate. Sometimes it's by just touching someone, holding their hand. She has gotten visions, but it's not constant to your knowledge. But she has foretold something that happened, like, said, you're going to, like, when you first came there, she said, you're going to, like, build bottles for us. And you're like, what do you, no, I'm here for, like, like peace and enlightenment, and then within 6 weeks you were making glass bottles, and she said, "I told you," and you then remember that, like,
One of those, like, I thought you were just telling me that's what my job would be while I was here. I didn't realize that was, like, you know.
A thing.
yeah. It can be very mundane things like that, and there's also been things that haven't come yet, or you hope that don't happen. She's a speaker for the nurtured palm, not necessarily someone who can kind of turn it off.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Castina will probably tell her and be like, well, I'm glad that you haven't seen this coming, which, frankly, to me means that there's a possibility it's not, it potentially doesn't come true. At least that's the hope.
My dear, sometimes, well, every member of the nurtured palm will typically have some sort of clairvoyant abilities. When those of a different faith gain such abilities, those should never be taken lightly.
Well, let's hope it has a different outcome than what we anticipated, I guess would be amazing. But we are looking to, since we were traveling most of today, would it be alright if we stayed here for the night while we look to find the scene of the prophecy?
Of course. There's plenty of room here, and we always can make more.
I appreciate that. Sorry.
Why are we staying here? These people are weird.
Be respectful and you'll find out why.
There are plenty of things to do if you don't want to be sitting here. But I will never ask you to work.
Can I go back to making the bottles, please? I have a new design that
Just surprised you just don't open up your own shop, my dear.
that requires a lot of money. I don't necessarily.
She
And material.
gestures to the little shack outside. This building's small. That one's even smaller for your glass blowing setup.
Ooh, I'll get the fires ready. If anyone wants to join me, I will be out. Otherwise, you can watch me work. She will scamper
I do
off.
need to make sure that our talking chickens are doing okay, but if no one wants to help me with that, if you'd excuse me, I do have some chores to do.
You've got a chicken that talks.
I've got 7 chickens that talk.
I'm gonna go with this nice lady.
The lioness
You're
does
muted, Tony.
concern itself with
You're right.
Is there anything we can do for you, sir, or are you just gonna sit here and enjoy the candied apples?
I am here to I lose track of why we're here in the end, but I think it is more I think that I shall take some time for me.
By all means, feel free to look around. There are no hidden rooms or forbidden chambers. We don't have time for that sort of nonsense. Please excuse me. Come along, as they gesture to you, Broccoli, but don't say your name because you said that they're not allowed to, even look at you.
Perfect. They're following directions. I'm gonna leave my apple with soda.
Stepping outside, you do see Leaf hanging around the very spooky man. He gives off an uncomfortable aura for you, Leaf.
Broccoli, you mean?
Broccoli, yeah, yeah. I mean, for you, it's also very odd. But it's not
I
a
mean, to be fair, I'm uncomfortable with everyone here, so.
yeah. um, but you guys, following. Actually, let's go to Castina first. You gently make your way to your bottle making little factory, as it were. You go to the side and you pull a light cord. Instead of it being a light bulb, there is this beautiful, almost like ethereal jellyfish that kind of flickers as you click it, and it begins to float around the room, showing the glistening containers of sand, your tools, the different bottles that you were working on. As this jellyfish begins to float around, the warmth that this thing gives off begins to light some of the coals and the charcoal that has been prepared for you to begin to your work. It begins to slowly light up tubes of this almost. It's not covered in lighter fluid, but the coals seem to react in that way that begin to light up the room properly, and begin to prepare each one of the steps that you need to make these bottles regularly. If you want to do anything more flashy, you can. I'm not going to make you roll a check for it. Just depends how many bottles you're trying to make.
I mean, I think that she would to make. She had ideas, and if they have colored glass, she would love to make 3 bottles of just some like pretty designs for like you for like for the temple to use, like for like in house.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a D100 and see if they have any colored glass. Yes.
That is a 40.
40. The only darker glass that you see are colored glass looks like emptied wine bottles. But they only have 2 or 3 of those.
I can work.
Begin your work. It's feeling almost like a calming ritual at this point. Broccoli. You follow this woman a bit a ways from the building proper. It's a lit path. They have these strings of little lanterns that seem to light the way, and you see this giant. It's not as big as the main building, which can house about 10 people, but it's pretty big. It looks like it could easily fit 2 or 3 dozen chickens comfortably. Not like they're all in the tiny pens like we see, in modern agriculture, unfortunately. But you see them come out and you hear food, food, food. Is there food? As you see this beautiful hen walk out, this wonderful, like almost like chestnut or like hazily brown. But instead of being the size of like a regular chicken, she's about the size of a turkey. Not like plump, just tall. And you see her come out. Is there food? It's so good to see you. Can I have some food? And you see the other ones all begin to just go around, very curious as to why they're being visited. And there's about 15, 16 chickens right now. Only one seems to be talking at this moment.
That thing's bigger than I am.
We make sure that they're taken care of, and because of their feed, they actually grow much bigger.
The fuck you feeding them?
I could show you. It doesn't seem to have effects.
As long as it's not people.
No. We'd run out of people if that was the case.
Well, people.
She if you'd like to see our feed, or do you just want to buy on that chicken? That
I would love to see what you're feeding them.
please. She gestures towards this. Almost like an outhouse. As they open it up, you see a series of tubes that are constantly dripping different liquids. This place smells unbearably earthy and almost like a tea. Um, and she begins to explain to you this compound of different herbs and different cooked at proper temperatures, put in with certain types of grains and different bits of produce. When blended together with a bit of elbow grease and the right setting, it actually turns into this interesting feed that seems to work on all sorts of livestock, but does not work for intelligent life. Well, like you or I could say. Some chickens are clever little things. You see her take some moss off the side of the of some of the wood and put it up against one of these vials. It begins to warm up almost like charred a little bit, and then she kind of puts it on almost like a salt or pepper you would on a dish, as she kind of takes some of the seed in a sack. Would you like to help me feed them?
Sure. And I'm gonna like get some of it, but
Mhm.
also shove a bunch in my pockets.
Sure.
Just pockets of magic chicken feed.
Yeah, it looks just like a weird like grain mixture. Like you've seen soups with this kind of like stuff in it. You're like, this just looks like okay.
I really thought you were about to say with this kind of consistency, and I was like, no, I haven't.
Oh, you have
All the
not.
soups I've seen are liquids.
No, but it looks like barley, wheat, and like corn and like things you would like put into a soup.
I would put you into a soup.
What does that mean?
That's oddly cannibalistic.
Sorry, I just mean it in a sexual way.
Okay,
Feel more
sure.
comfortable with the cannibal side of it.
You feed the chickens.
But why are you talking?
I go ahead and roll me a persuasion check to see if the chicken explains why it's talking. DC at 12, which will be very hard for the sorcerer.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 7 on the die, so that's only a 14.
Can we hit her?
I was just born this way. I've got so much to say, so I thought I would just talk. Is it okay that I'm talking? Do you not like that I talk? Oh, I can stop if you don't want me to talk.
No, it's just weird. I don't get it.
Oh.
Never
You
met
also
a talking bird from here.
Oh. Also, I had many bugs that I met also don't talk, so I guess that's fair.
Damn, she
Lorelai.
called you a bug.
Lorelai, it's not nice to talk to the person who feeds you. Now apologize. It's pecking. It says, "Oh, sorry," as it's just eating the food.
Like before the apology, I have like a firebolt charging at my finger, pointing at it. It's like, oh, sorry, as it like sizzles out.
I assume that fair folk were a bit thicker skinned than that, if I'm being honest.
Who told you I was Fey?
This is Sora saying that as you're feeding
I
the
know.
bird.
I know. I'll have you know, I'm a
Was Christina, I'm sorry.
35-year-old man.
Oh. Wow.
I'm a human man who does human man things, including
Yep.
other human mans.
Sheena says you have some seeds leaking out of your tits.
Sorry,
Oh,
gonna float away at that point.
Thank you for your help.
I don't like you.
Good. I've seen how you treat people you like.
Fucking weird ass fucking forest people with their magic birds and the fucking fuck.
Evening comes quickly. Whether you're grumbling, sitting next to strange men, working on glass, or
It
just
sounds so much weirder than it is.
most people don't hang out with morticians, I'm just gonna say.
Okay, well,
They're very lovely people, but it's not a common thing that people hang around.
it's the vibe. It's cool.
He would have work and you could follow him around.
Oh, absolutely. Like a lost kitten.
He goes around collecting mushrooms. He checks on a few nests of birds and things of that, just to make sure that everything is fine. There are large bird feeders that aren't the chickens that he's checking on. Like, he's just taking care of this place that he calls home.
I'll help with the
And
mushrooms. Make more mushrooms.
for sure. Go ahead and roll me a D100 real quick.
14.
14. Nothing terrible of note happens when you guys are on the path. He goes decently far, but you have a high enough passive perception. There are certain marks that are on that are hanging off certain trees. They actually aren't cutting into the wood. Basically kind of indicating a path and warning away any sort of hostile, uninvited guests. Soda, is there anything you're doing, or are you just kind of walking around and kind of seeing how everything works here?
Yeah, I think Soda is trying to learn as much as he can. He is someone who is constantly trying to learn and grow and take bits and pieces and the rusty little chunks and polish them up into something that he can make hum and shine.
What is your passive? Actually, I can answer that for myself. Or
The answer is yes. If that helps.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Oh yeah. As you're kind of walking around, you do see a couple of these monks trying to get a automobile working. It does not seem to be starting. And you can tell that this very beaten up automobile is probably their way to get their cargo into the different towns around this area. Probably outward and onward. It has seen many better days. But something you think you probably could fix up and help them out a little bit. You can tell that these are not tech savvy people. This is most likely a gift that they've just used to the ground. Like, this is closer to a first generation car. More things are more modern to 1930s style vehicles these days, maybe 1940s.
Gotcha. Well, so with this vehicle, what sort of issue is it exhibiting?
It's not starting at the moment.
It's not starting?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Soda is going to, let me just check something real quick. It's been a while. Okay. Yeah. I think Soda is going to because they have the hood up. It's what, midday-ish?
Yeah.
Uh, they have the hood up. I think Soda is going to say, going to um, look at them and ask them to start it up. Try to start it up one more time and listen to the type of sound that it's making. Because as you know, anyone who has worked with vehicles knows this the sound that it makes when it is failing to do what you want it to do is quite important.
They look to nod, and he goes. It doesn't seem like they're even getting that first kind of spark to get the ignition going at all.
Okay.
They have not popped. Yeah, the hood is still done. They haven't popped it open or anything like that. They're just confused why it isn't working.
Okay. Yeah, then Soda's gonna just take take his knuckles and wrap it on the hood. We've got to get this open.
They help you do so. A few things. This is not a standard engine by a long shot. It has been modified. Not like people trying to jerry rig shit together. This is an alternative design that
Okay.
you remember. You've been around for a long time. Automobiles are
Let's
within
see.
the last century. And when they first started coming in, you kind of started looking at them, trying to keep up with the times when it comes to technology, because you got to do that if you want to live and be in the game, you know.
Yeah.
And some of them came with manuals, and you never saw this model, but you saw a blueprint for it, where it instead of it being run on a normal fuel source, this one specifically is
So
not quite. It is run on a saltwater solution, similar to its like, seawater. It's something that specifically people that are close enough to the like ocean. Why have to deal with a resource that you're not necessarily going to have steadily available? It is easy to carry around a large jug of salt water or seawater and then pour it into as a fuel source. It is able to use the minerals and things in there to run the car more efficiently and not nearly as stinkily as gasoline is done.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been topping this up regularly?
One of the other men that have been trying to work on this human says, "We have an alchemy jug to make sure we get the right type of water that we need for this every day. So we're not quite sure what exactly with it. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. I guess with advantage as you're an artificer. I guess."
Yeah, Tony has a strong idea of what it is, but I'm trying to follow this through here.
Tony doesn't know shit.
wow.
Basic investigation DC 60.
Working on it.
You're right.
My D&D Beyond hates rolling, so
You know you can use real dice. You have cheese
you
dice.
say this every single time. I will put you in the sin box.
Don't do that. I just got everything.
First
where
of all,
it's supposed
the
to
only
be.
person you're going to hurt is blood. And second of all, you have a cool collection of dice.
Yes, and I have zero space. Anyway, not important.
Sorry.
Not important.
Raven
I
raised
was able to
me
get a 17.
big.
17. A couple of the parts are seeming to be rusted, but that's not the main issue. Looking at a specific spot, a wire's been cut. And it's not like a rat gnawed through it. It is clean cut, like someone used wire cutters.
Mm. That is unique. So, does everyone in your area up? Technologies like this, they sometimes, but they don't always have universal approval. I found what's wrong, but I have a few questions while I fix it. And Soda is going to fiddle with it.
Mm-hmm.
Make a big old busy of doing this. In the end, a small cut wire is just a mending spell for him. This is a nothing burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to busy himself to create more time to ask a bunch of questions here. It could be a creature with very sharp teeth. Maybe there are pests of sorts. But I have many questions about. You don't see many automobiles about anymore. I have experience with it myself. Well, I have worked with a few.
Mm-hmm.
But with technologies such as this, some people, in other places, they harbor a discontentment.
This automobile, this was a gift to us almost 40 years ago. We had everyone here is fond of Loretta.
Loretta has no enemies.
I mean, sometimes some of the fair folk that will fly around here seem frustrated that we have a device made of iron and steel, but this place is decently protected, and we also are very peaceful with them, leaving offerings and just being friendly anytime we see them. Though she hasn't been working for a bit, it's been about, what, a week and a half? We did make our way. Let me just double check my notes to make sure I'm not giving y'all false information.
You definitely are.
Wow.
You'll never know.
Oh no.
It was when we were last in Trist, about a week and a half ago. It was starting to act up, but by the time we got back, it basically went kaput. We actually had to push her about a mile to get back here.
That is unfortunate. You said she went kaput in Trist?
On the way back from our trip.
On the way back.
We have quite a few automobiles there. It's one of the biggest. You know this. Trist is one of the biggest port towns during the southern part of this country. There is other lands and things to go between here and there, and Trist is also a bit inland, but it will lead into a port. There's a total of, I believe, I don't know why I keep closing the map. Gosh darn it.
Why do you keep closing the map?
I don't know. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 port towns, and Trist. I need to update the map for y'all because it's lying to you. It has a bit of a cove that it's built on a mountain and it goes down to the ocean as it is. It's very populated, but it's got maybe about 3 or 4,000 people. It's a decent sized like town. They are one of the farthest towns east, and there are consequences for that. They kind of, some people would call them like redneck a little bit because they are so far south, but it has its own sort of charm. There are some adventures down there that you probably have heard of through papers and other things. It,
Mhm.
I don't think you have any enemies down there per se, but do you think that he'd travel much to that Soto would travel to the different towns to do research, or is he mostly just sticking in the woods during
think-
expeditions?
Yeah, I think he can adventure some more than you would think, just because after so long, right? Like, there's only so much time you can spend in just one area.
Yeah.
And he's it, you know, infatigably curious.
There are some interesting archaeological sites there, but the most fun ones would have to be in God's teeth. Oh, hang on. This is Blurk. Blurk is is a better town on the south side, past the No Man's Crossing. On the
Okay.
east side, Blues is fine, but it doesn't have the oddities that Blurk has. There are strange energy effects that happen on any sort of rune or magical um, instruments, which you have done some research into, but probably were pulled away by other things, or they did not give you the results you wanted at the time, and you just haven't gone back and checked.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. And it was Bloose and Blurk.
Loose and Blurk, yes.
Good names.
Okay.
Places they call them granola.
Excuse me?
It sounds like
See,
Berkeley.
it made me think of the shapes Booba and Kiki.
Oh yeah. From the game.
From the no,
What fucking
they're
game
not
are you
from
talking?
a game, are they?
They're not. They're from a social experiment.
Oh, I thought
That's
you were
what I
talking
thought.
about
Okay.
the
I don't know what Blood's talking about.
I thought you were the cut to shape game or whatever.
The what?
There's a game where you play as two little shapes and you have to cut each other to fit into things. Really cutesy. I promise it's not weird.
No, you made it weird just now
Okay.
with that. It didn't start off that way. It's your fault, actually.
Last any sort of engineering journals or magazines you might have picked up. The most interesting thing in Twist is that they were trying to perfect the steam engine for airships bigger than just personal gliders. But apparently it's been having some pretty nasty successes or nasty failures. Last one you would have heard of was like 13 people got burned alive. Like they didn't have a valve structure on it and just basically insta fried people. Well, instantly boiled them.
Well, you know.
Instantly boiled. Okay. Yeah, Soda is going to just use mending on that wire.
Sure.
finally.
There are other things you could have done to like tune it up, remove some of the.
Oh yeah, he'll do some basic rust removal, some simple things like that as well. Um, Show them maybe there's probably a couple of upkeep methods that they weren't aware of.
Oh, for sure,
Um,
100%.
This car's never.
Mal said this car's never had an oil change.
oh,
Ta-da.
it
That's
probably
fair, me
has.
neither.
It's me. I was the person that didn't realize that you needed oil changes more frequently than like every other year.
Oh.
Yeah, my mechanic was when I did that. Like, so that's fair.
They are grateful, and we'll just talk with you. They clearly they travel a lot of places to do their work, but they don't get a lot of guests, as you can tell.
Soda has been, I think, missing working with his hands. So as they talk, I think he will pull out his giant jellyfish creation and just give it a tune-up as well. Not
sure.
giant, but his rideable jellyfish creation, and give that a tune-up as well.
These are like kids seeing magic tricks. They are so curious as to what this thing is and how does it work, and all sorts. Like just
It's
eyes glued to it.
it is an amalgamation of ancient technologies, current restoration methods. You know, an arcanic welding method that I picked up in some of the southern regions, and well, maybe just a little bit of luck. You'll not find one like this. This is
Sippies and stretch, friends. Sippies and stretch.
mine, though.
That's very impressive. Sora has walked over, seeing you make a display and kind of drawing a small crowd. Seeming curious yourself, not judgmental.
Would you like to see something else?
Could you repeat? I apologize.
Would you like to see something else I've been perfecting? Well, not perfecting, but been working on.
We would be delighted to see anything new.
And let me make sure that I actually have this. I didn't change this. I think I do. Come on, where is it? I think it, yeah. Anyway, Soda is going to take little magnetic pieces that he has in one of the pockets of his overall
Matt.
and start like a magnetic Lego figurine, piecing together a tiny version of himself. That when he puts a little a little bit of like plant life into the center of it, it comes to life and starts doing little small tasks. When not truly instructed, it will do like backflips or cartwheels or
Things that Soda
you
can
know.
do, yeah.
Yeah, handsprings. It will snoop about a little bit and get curious at some point. And it's, I don't know, it's maybe 6 inches tall.
Broccoli, you sense something shorter than you.
Where the fuck? There is someone here.
Okay.
You see a crowd that isn't surrounding you, so you're clearly threatened immediately. But
I pull out a gun.
you have a gun.
That's what makes it surprising. It's just a wooden stick. It's not even a wand. It's just a stick. It's still got like a leaf on it.
100%.
No, Leaf's over with the scarecrow guy.
But it's a productive day for those that wish to be productive, and you make friends. No one here seems to have any alternative or crooked motives. They just seem content with the life that they live. You guys enjoy a delightful dinner of roasted chicken, some ground vegetables, and a delightful apple cider. They sing a few songs. Some of them pull out different instruments. They have a few rituals that they do. They do not. They invite you to participate, but it is nothing terribly crazy. Just a couple of prayers and offerings to the shrines they have outside, not inside their living space. The man who worships the Reaper of the Harvest will excuse himself so he may eat privately, and seems to walk around regularly on patrol, seeming to be the sentry of this place. The only weapon he seems to have is some sort of, I think I said this last time, but a large axe, like a fire axe or a wood cutting axe. They're happy. And are happy to share their space with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
As they set up some sleeping places for you, some large tents. Sora approaches all of you. You don't need to worry about keeping watch or anything. We have security and wards to make sure that this place is very, very safe. No one gets in here unless we want them to.
I'm gonna wait until Sora like turns to leave. And
Mhm.
I'm going to like pointedly be like, "So I'll be keeping first watch." And I will leave, by the way.
You'll leave?
No, I will be keeping a watch.
Oh, okay. I thought you said, and I will leave. I'm like, where are you leaving to?
And that's it. I'm done. Goodbye.
Into the forest. More safe. Yeah, probably around dinner I'll rejoin the others. So kind of just quietly think to myself.
Okay. If you'd like, go ahead and roll yourself a perception check, Broccoli, for watch. DC
I'm good at
16.
that. Fuck you. That's a 21.
Wow!
Don't know what.
Paranoid fairy doing paranoid fairy shit.
The large man that Leaf was with for like 8 hours today, which, you know, they weren't with you, which is already very hurtful. Halfway through the night, walks towards the small these altars that they have to these two very old deities, and for the first time, you begin to hear singing or something of that. What languages does Broccoli speak? Excuse me.
Common, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan.
It is in a language that you do not understand. The best way to describe the singing is it's not even singing would be the wrong way. It sounds like someone trying to reenact the sounds of rolling thunder. And doing a pretty good job doing it. And his hands
Someone around here is speaking dirt.
would you approach or no?
Quietly, like I would try and stay hidden.
Make a stealth check.
I'm not as good at that. That is a 17.
Okay. You see in front of them that there is a bowl, that there is a small fire in front of them. That's interesting, but what's really interesting about it is halfway through their rolling thunder noises, the flames turn from typical orange and reds to purple to green to almost like sunlight white, and then back to orange again, and with different sounds that they're trying to make. The colors change with it as if responding to what he's saying.
I brought a fucking notebook. I'm just gonna like start pretending to scribble notes on my hand, hoping that like the act of writing will be enough for me to remember this well enough.
Right? Sure.
And in that way, I'm gonna make notes of everything I see.
Yeah. Halfway through, he sticks his hand into the ash of the fire and begins to draw something on the sack that's on his head still. But they're symbols you do not see because he's not facing you.
Ash hands.
After doing that for about 2.5 hours, non-stop, he stops. The fire disperses. He stands up and begins a patrol once again. Nothing else of interest happens during your watch. No sounds of trickstery fairies or any sort of fair folk seeming to play. Birds here are very calm. They don't even seem to be on the prowl or hunting. It's a peaceful place.
That motherfucker's up to something. Ah, shit. Where was everybody sleeping? Fuck. And then I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the night like wandering around this place, not getting any sleep. I'm okay with taking the exhaustion.
Okay.
And not even like snooping, just genuinely lost trying to find my way back.
Go ahead and roll me a D100 soda.
Downy.
I said go ahead and roll me a D100.
In my brain, you were talking to Raven, and I didn't. I heard you, but I didn't process.
Oh no.
A
He did a
D100.
pivot.
A D100.
Rolling it.
Why are are you bullying Tony?
Because we haven't hung out in a while.
Oh. Oh.
What'd you get?
100.
Okay.
I'm
Whatever
lost for
works.
100 hours.
Broccoli.
It's better than 127 hours. At least this way I get to keep my arm.
That's what you think.
That's for those at home. Tony just rolled a 100 on a D100.
Yes.
Triple zeros.
We are in rare air.
Wow.
Well,
As
you know
you're
me. I'm a professional.
Well,
as you are walking around, trying to figure out where your friends are. This is not a very big place, but you're kind of panicking because you're like, what if he's trying to catch me? What if that stranger at the back is going to eat me? He was doing weird shit with a bowl. I don't know what's going on. You look up, trying to see if you can try to figure out any of the constellations that might give you indication. Surely knowing that, you've been outside, you know where stars are. That means you know what direction you're going to. You probably don't. The moon is very full. It's not a full moon. Probably a day or two before that. But it is uncharacteristically bright tonight. You know that the Keeper of the Crescent, the person who created the Twilight Forest and Fairfolk, preside over the moon in the night sky, watching over all realms, because every realm has the moon. As you're looking up and watching it, it seems closer than normal. It almost feels like you can see your maker's face in it for a second. I'm not quite sure what Broccoli's relationship with the Keeper of the Crescent would be, considering the Keeper abandoned them to preside over the moon, to watch over it. But in that moment, you see this beautiful yet stern face. Stern's not the right word. This almost calculating face. The calculating, mischievous face of a child, almost. And you blink, and the moon's back where it was, but there's this unnatural warmth inside of you that almost brings a tear to your eye. As if you, for the first time, were seen, truly seen. Not the bullshit, just clear cut. Someone saw through your facades and saw who you were, Broccoli, who you are. And loved you, regardless of how you feel about yourself.
we need to get the fuck out of this place.
Well,
As you look
Haven't
around
felt like
after
that
staying
in a
at,
while.
you look and you see the tent where your friends are, so you can go back to sleep if you'd like to.
I'm gonna wander into that tent and just be like, these are my assholes.
Everyone may enjoy the experiences of a long rest, including Broccoli. I don't think we've done anything to lose spell slots, but does not hurt just to remind y'all. Morning comes.
feels
Early. Um, and they are up with before the sun even shows its face. Doing their chores, doing some morning rituals, making sure to be quiet, however, to make sure that they are not disturbing y'all's sleep.
Christina.
Okay. Sora would be delighted to see you, Christina, and offer to share a cup of tea with you as she makes way over and gives, checks to see if there have been any, messages or any sort of signs left at the altar of the nurtured palm. And I should say that this shrine that they're at, it is a it's a tree, covered in feathers of every type of bird you could possibly imagine, with different herbs of all different kinds, none that should grow next to each other, growing beautifully off it, and the roots form together into an open palm like this, and from an unseen place, there's constantly water dripping into these cupped palms as it drips out of the hand and fills a cup. And next to this cup, there is a small little shrine where they leave offerings of all different kinds. Like candles, herbs, incense, different baked goods on occasion. As Sora sits down in front of this shrine, she says a prayer to herself, before gently lifting up the cup and taking a sip and putting it down. You see, she's a very earthy woman. She's very always covered in nature because that's where she prefers to be. All the specks of dust, bits of bark, pine needles, anything that were on her almost shed off her as if spores coming off a mushroom and begin to form in front of her into a beautiful shape. It's something you've seen her do many, many times. It's bizarre because you've never experienced it. And it's one of those things that, even if you see it 100 times, if you don't do it yourself, you'll never truly understand it.
Yeah.
You're muted, but yeah. That's fair. This form continues to shape and weave and grow until, in front of your very eyes, you see the statue with a tree growing out of it, around it, near a meadow, surrounded by several other trees.
Like the statues that was in
The statue that you're looking for, yes.
Oh, lovely.
And that's happening right in front of me, or
You're
I'm
watching
seeing...
this. You're watching this image form in front of you, as if she's having this vision.
Castina will be wide-eyed in shock, but she will remain quiet for the duration as to not break any concentration or anything. She will just, she will have been praying, and as she heard, like she'd be praying and cupping her hands like this. It states to do, and she's taught, and she will see this vision unfold and just wide-eyed just think of that meeting and just watch in awe as that happens.
As Sora's hands put down the goblet, she inhales and lets out a small burst, and all of that debris that made this image disperses as if it was falling off trees in the wind.
Do they
She
have leaves?
shivers, goes, "Whew. What a delightful morning, isn't it?"
Yes. It is a beautiful. It's autumn.
Yes.
It's a beautiful autumn morning. Were you having a vision just now?
I was.
Do they always manifest like that?
Manifest like what?
I could see it.
Oh. Well, isn't that fun?
Indeed. I have so many questions.
You have to remember, Christina. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I still don't understand what the nurtured palm wants of us, or of me. I am here to be an aid for those that come into her service, and what you saw and I saw may have been very different. And that's the beauty of divination. She offers you a hand and gives yours a gentle squeeze.
She will take the hand. Because they're still kind of like she, like, while in her awe and her shock, she would have, like, just lowered her hands, but they're still in that position, so she'll just, like, grab and, like, take her hands from her. And Castina will wait to listen if there's anything else that she wants to say.
Have you found peace yet?
No.
Wow. You will. I saw it. She kisses you on the forehead and says, "Now, we have a trip ahead of us. Let's go wake up your friends."
You'll be coming with us.
Yes. Just to get you on the right path.
Okay. Let's follow. She'll wake up, like, kind of in order. She'll wake up Soda, then Leaf, and then Lee.
Morning. Do we get food again?
I'm sorry?
Good morning. Do we get food
Good.
again?
Yes, we get food again.
I like
Fresh bread, eggs, some leftover chicken from last night, and lots of apples.
Don't trust the fucking apples.
Broccoli, what is up with you and the apples? What is up with you and the people?
Oh, it's easy. I don't trust any of the food. Period.
But they're not there like that.
What are you saying?
Isn't it that they give you food that's supposed to be strict?
I think that's a real stereotype.
But-
Zora says, eating one of the apples.
Timed perfectly with with broccoli, like taking the sip of the tea, just being like.
But you told me not to ever eat anything another fig is.
That's because they don't love you like I do.
Kinda really like the scarecrow guy. He's cool.
Yes, he's a good man. Rather chatty though sometimes.
That reminds me. And then I'm going to retell everything that I saw last night to Leaf. But
Mhm.
having not written any of it down for real,
Uh-huh.
and only having a half of a functional brain anyway, I will only remember like 1/4 of the actual events and have made up an additional like 25%. and then admit to not remembering the remaining half.
Okay. With all of you who have a passive perception above 18, so I think that's everyone except Broccoli. Halfway through this description, Broccoli leaves a very tiny shadow. But you see, stepping out of Broccoli's shadow is this giant man. Just over them.
I'm gonna not even subtly just like look up while Broccoli is telling this story.
I'm gonna be looking you in the eyes the whole time, so when you look up, I'm just gonna be like, "What? What is it? Doesn't matter. Look, focus, focus."
Maybe you can ask him to explain.
Slight head tilt,
Then
looking
I'll, like, jump up and swoosh behind Leaf, hiding in the fur behind the ears.
Was it some kind of like offering thing, or just talking to them?
the sack does his mask does not move, but Christina, in your mind, you hear you find yourself around amusing company once again.
She will respond in. It never fails to disappear.
That cut out. I didn't hear any of that.
They didn't hear that, my dear.
Sorry.
But I said it in the mic and everything.
I know. It might have been just me.
But she will say, she said, it never disappoints to find what amusement by itself.
Wait, he didn't say anything. How does he talk?
No, that was all telepathic.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
oh,
she
was
responded.
it fully telepathic or?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she responded in his head.
He gently bows to all of you and then goes back to whatever he was doing. For those watching him, you blink and he vanishes in another shadow.
I want to learn how to do that.
I think it's
What?
I think it's more of an innate.
Like for following the Reaper? Or just because of who he is?
I think just who he is.
Damn.
Seasons don't fear the Reaper.
That's
He is
true.
the
There it
Reaper of
is.
the Harvest.
There it is.
That was a reference. That's very funny. That was very funny.
I was hoping somebody would follow it up, but that's fine.
All with what?
Lord of the sun, the wind, of the rain.
What about it?
I'm gonna follow the creepy guy again.
He's gone. You
I-
can't.
Damn it!
You can,
I will
He's busy.
in Leaf's head. I will go and be like, there are secrets that only certain people should know, and that'll be entirely in your head.
I'm gonna look over you as you're not moving your lips and I hear you. I don't know how to feel about that.
Cheeky wink, and then so Sora, when do you want?
Whenever all of you. Oh, that's correct. I failed to let you all know, but we are. I actually know where you are trying to go. I have discovered the location of one of these creatures that you are looking for. These things, I should say.
Do we need to prepare ourselves more efficiently?
Oh, no.
Effectively?
If. It should be fine. I also don't want to give it away. It's not my job. You will take the road south. When you come to a fork in the road, by a tree that unfortunately, is covered in iron forks. A warning for Twilight Walkers, unfortunately. Um, you will walk to its right.
Somebody write that down IRL for realsies, though.
I have a
I'm not gonna
question.
remember this.
Yes.
When we come to the fork in the road, who do we buy the tree from?
If there's a salesman there, you can interact with them, I suppose.
You said when you come to a fork in the road, buy a tree.
No. The forks are inside of the tree, my dear.
Like a tuning fork?
Or like the eating kind.
Someone decided that certain trees that would be gateways into the Twilight Forest should be covered in things that fair folk hate, so they would never be able to go through that way. It's trapped. A doorway trapped.
So that's not very nice.
No. No, it is not.
That feels racist.
It's quite deplorable.
It is, and I am sorry.
Question,
You know, if
DM.
I knew any Fae, they would be pissed.
Yes. Right.
Would Castina know how to meddle with those to make it so that way Faye can walk through? Lore, backstory stuff.
Unfortunately, something like this would have to you'd have to remove all of the iron from within the tree and see if it's even able to be healed. The healing process would take people working from both sides to actually get it working. It would be a process that could take upward of a month, and you don't have the right means to do it.
Gotcha.
But you know certain rituals because you work with a bunch of the gods of medicine.
I have the access, not the means,
Mhm.
and the production too. Gotcha.
What you have
Well-
to do is you have to seize the means of production.
Kidnapping
You'll go
people.
right until the leaves begin. Until the leaves that fall are silver.
That's part of the bad part of the forest.
You are going not anywhere near nowhere. Do not fret. You will travel till the leaves are falling that are silver, and when you come across something like this, and she'll pluck a flower, a dandelion, and then using some druid craft, you see that she ages the flower up so that all of its seeds are available, except they're glowing this almost like neon pink. When you find flowers that look like this, the seeds fly away. Begin to walk in the field. They will not harm you.
Right at the fork
And
tree. Find flowers after silver trees. Walk in the flowers.
walk in that field until you see the tree that you are looking for. You can't miss it.
I thought you were coming with us.
Oh, I am. Till the silver tree. Till the ironed tree.
I see.
That is about 4 hours walk from here. I can't be gone for too long.
That is fair. Thank you again for coming with us, Sora.
We could take the vehicle now that it's fixed. Thank you for that, Master Sota.
You'll have to watch out. And I do not believe that all the things we will interact with would like us to have the vehicle.
Yes. Unfortunately, even people that are embassies of peace somehow make enemies.
I don't like it. It looks weird and it doesn't look comfy at all.
You cut out the entire time, Blood. I didn't hear a
I
single
noticed that on the feed too, yeah. I don't like it. It looks weird and it doesn't look comfy and I don't. No, thank you. Makes weird
Is that
sounds
how-
and it smells weird.
Is that how all of you feel, or would you like the walk?
I mean, I think that it could be good for the first, like, to get to the tree. I think that that could be useful. Um,
That is up to all of you. I'll be waiting, doing my work until you are ready. And while the party decides what to do next, we are going to take a quick break.
Wow!
We'll try to be back by 35. Thank you so much to everyone that's been watching. We appreciate all of you, and we'll be back real soon.
Bye.
And welcome back. First and foremost, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I want to say thank you to being here and for watching us, whether you're a chatter, you're a lurker, you're a subscriber, you're a bit giver, whatever. We are grateful that you are here. Sincerely, thank you. We do this for fun, but we love sharing stories with all of you as well.
Yes.
Right before we went on break, the plan had been shown to where you guys need to go to find your target. There are a few ways you can get there. You guys can take a walkies, or you can go on a truck and drive your way over there, or you can do something in between. I'm not quite sure. So, my friends, what would you like to do?
Fuck bitches, get money.
Ooh, is
Leaf
that an
boats.
option?
I mean, probably. But leaf boats, no car. It makes them uncomfortable.
I made Brett blush. That's what matters.
Yay!
Trying my best to make sure that's blushing and not rage, because I asked a question.
Broccoli is also against the car, but that's because Broccoli's been against this whole place.
I am
I
for
think,
the car solely. Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say Soda is anti-car because it feels like we're taking something from the people here, and that doesn't feel right.
Okay. So, after all your things are gathered, you guys begin your walk with Sora. She has a side bag that she equips, and she has a beautiful, intricate staff. She waves goodbye to everyone and begins to walk you guys down the path. Not saying anything, just enjoying the fresh air that isn't the regular that she enjoys. It's a beautiful morning. A bit of frost is slowly thawing as the sun rises higher and higher. All the wildlife that you guys had grown accustomed to on the trip to that small temple returns, seeming as if that little place of worship was protected in a soft bubble, protecting it or hiding it from prying eyes and ears or creatures that might try to make that place difficult to thrive. It's I don't want to keep saying it's beautiful, but I love nature
So
walks.
please.
There's something just delightful walking in the woods, and that's just I'm biased in that way. Um,
I mean, you're beautiful.
Thank you. That wasn't brought up in questioning though. That wasn't. Um, is anyone keeping watch or anything of the sort as you guys are moving right along?
Castina can.
Okay. Christina,
Leaf is
go
just
ahead and roll me a
chattering.
perception check. What was that, Blood?
Oh, Leaf is just chattering endlessly at this poor lady that we're dragging with us.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
Yeah.
You're probably trying to do your best not to feel embarrassed by Leaf talking off Sora's ear. Are you asking questions? What are you talking to this seeker about?
So like you're the one in charge, sort of, with the mother, right? Like your head priesty lady.
Yes, I am the person in charge of our little church, yes.
How many people come there for the reading? Like obviously it's for the mother because you do all the healing and the growing and the plants and the medicine. But also you did have like a couple of different.
There is a large cemetery, a large graveyard within the trees that we have made hollow. That our friend keeps an eye on. Anybody that falls in this area, he will bring. But people also come to have them buried here.
So just the dead ones, not anyone that's like alive and able to talk, instead of just writing down.
Well, people people do come and request to have like burial sites or will drop their loved ones off. He's not just like bringing ghosts in and like shoving them down
Well,
in the
no, no, no,
grave.
no, no, not that's not. I was talking like other priestly persons. Are they all just gonna be quiet? I kind of have questions. And
Oh, but if um, so what you're looking for, that's a practitioner for the Reaper of the Harvest. If you want to find a priest of the Reaper of the Harvest, you need to go to a big city. The best ones for that would be. You caught me off guard with that. I should have had that prepared. Um, you need to go to Creed, Aish, Blurk, or Strunk. Those four cities have enough of a population to have actual clergy of the Reaper of the Harvest.
just a
They
little
will.
town isn't gonna be big enough.
No, it's not. Sometimes they will travel for like the solstices going to the augur tree, but most of the time the priests similar to like my rank won't leave because they have too many things to do.
Blah. Well,
It's
that's
a very
they can
very
help.
busy. Sorry, they're
It's
very
not
busy.
your fault.
I hope not.
Trying to figure things out. It's not making it easy.
Those called to work are rarely it's ever considered. Those called to
I don't
work
know if
will
it was a
rarely find
calling
it
or an
easy.
accident. So there's that.
In my line of work, reap the harvest doesn't make any accident.
Those misplaced birds. Wanders on forward.
Gets snatched up by a bird.
No!
No. They're quite a lively one, aren't they? Speaking to the rest of you that didn't walk away in a huff for discovering that people aren't going to submit to their will, as most cats do.
Yeah, you said that, and I was like, the homes. I was like,
I'm a cat thief.
They
That's my child.
Congratulations.
I will cut a bitch.
All right.
So aggressive. Bro.
You were trying to say something, Mr. Sota?
it would seem that it is better off that I keep my mouth shut.
She looks at you, her very green eyes seeming to see through you. Well, I hope when the time comes, you're able to use your voice and say what you need to.
Say what you need to say.
regardless
Oh
of the
no, I clamped
consequences.
her on the mic. I'm so sorry if it did. I was nuzzling Zafir, and he's
You're allowed.
snoring very loud.
She will gently put a hand on your shoulder, Soda. Trying to be comforting, but also very cryptic. Prophets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Other than that, she does not say much. Kind of humming to herself here and there, but eventually, I wish Bright was here to hear this, but she decided to use the restroom after we got done with our break. I'm not gonna. She's allowed.
Hey man, when it hits, you gotta go.
Fucking nerd.
All of you see it, and it's not pretty. Some trees are beautiful, and like sometimes when people will lack of a better word, vandalize trees, sometimes it's pretty. You know, like sometimes it's like artwork that they have to put into the tree. But
Like when they shape branches and stuff like that.
yeah, or like when people like I've seen people that do like artwork where like they'll to make sure a tree is stable or strong enough, they'll like stick metal beams through it and like put it down to the ground to like keep it stable if it's got like a loose branch or like it's just funkily shaped. However, this is not the case. It looks like what happened is this beautiful tree, this beautiful willow. All of the leaves have been violently pulled off the vine. All the leaves have pulled off the vines. And what is left that you can see of this beautiful, just the body of this tree, there are at least 100 iron stakes, like they use for like a paxel, stabbed into this tree repeatedly. There's no rhyme or reason. It is just malice. It looks like it's vandalism. It's destruction. It was a slaughter to something that physically couldn't move, that could not fight back. They murdered this post. All of you can sense magic, and at one point, this tree was a torrent, was a gateway to the Twilight Forest. And instead of just letting people roam free in and out, they silenced it. They destroyed it. And then they left it there as a warning. And all of you, I need all of you to roll me wisdom saving throws. The three of you specifically. As all three of you are very attuned to nature. In a way that our missing companion is not.
25.
Okay.
There's one thing. I got its
Leaf,
wisdom.
you need to do it with disadvantage.
Fuck.
We all need to do it with disadvantage.
Honestly, yeah.
18.
Okay.
Not as good, but
13.
Here's hoping I roll better than what I just rolled.
how long ago did this happen?
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh no.
It's a natural one for a total of 5.
Wow.
Each one of you, including Christina, are all pulled to different moments in your life where people have tried to claim this land as their own by any means necessary. And when people have that level of entitlement, the level of depravity is sickening. Some of you it's fresher than others. Some of you have lived much longer than others. But in this moment, all of you can agree that this is wrong. But now is not the time to try to repair what this is or what has happened. You have an objective, and whatever source or magic this tree was is long gone. Sora frowns, but points to the right. This is your path. She is crying.
Soda is as well.
Could I tell how long ago this happened?
Roll me a nature check. DC 16.
No, that's a natural one. I very sad, bad feeling for tree.
You did roll two pretty low numbers, and it's not a saving throw, so you can roll again if you'd like.
That is two natural ones in a fucking row. I don't know shit.
Wow. Looking at this tree, you just want to vomit. It feels wrong. Like I said, there was no rhyme or reason. It was just mindless destruction. I wish we didn't have to leave in such bad terms, or in such bad company. She gestures to the tree, her hand almost disgusted with having to even point at this eyesore. But I'm sorry, what was that, Blood?
Better way not fix it.
It is beyond even my ability to heal it, my dear. And it is far older than even me.
I'm gonna like druid craft colony of mushrooms up the side of it, try and see if something can.
As you raise your hand to cast Druidcraft, the mushrooms begin to form. You see that a couple of the iron stakes that are through this thing begin to burn red, and the tree actually shivers as the mushrooms pull away. This isn't just iron. This is specifically as a deterrent for any sort of magic, any sort of grass, or any sort of the magical blues, oranges, greens that you have seen growing here naturally in this forest that is melded into the Feywild, the Twilight Forest, is gone. It looks like this thing was flash frozen in fire and then pulled out. It is an unnatural ring of just nothing.
The people we torture are not fun.
No. No, they're not. She pats Christina on the shoulder and says, I will see all of you soon, most likely. Unless you guys take another way home. And then I will hopefully see you soon then. Best of luck.
I dislike you less.
Don't change your feelings because of what I do or say, my friend. It is up to you.
What the bitch?
She waves farewell, and gently pats you on the head, Leaf. Keep your chin up. Okay? Not every person does things like this. But then there are good people that also do things like this. We are in a complicated world. But it's ours.
I liked it before when it was not so complicated.
Sometimes we have to watch things die to love how things grow. And as
Just
she walks,
playing with a mushroom in my hand, making it grow a bit more. Since I couldn't make them grow on the tree.
and as she turns around and walks away, you all begin to gently walk in the direction she told you to go.
I'll have to find some
All of you a
silver
bit
trees.
All of you a bit colder, and it's not just because of the frost thawing in the sunlight. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Wow.
Wow. Hello, sir.
Fucking beat you to it.
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, well, I have a kitty. Look at Isn't he cute?
that was a lot of
I'll
fun.
have one soon, but they're expensive.
Mine were free. My little sisters got knocked the fuck up.
Anyway, yes, Brett, it was a lot
It
of
was
fun.
amazing.
We can talk about cats later. Thank you.
We should be on for next week, and maybe the week after, but definitely not December 24th or December 31st.
You don't want to spend Christmas Eve with us?
I don't know what the plans are. I might be working that
To be
night.
fair, more than likely, I'm gonna be in New Mexico, so like,
Yeah.
My wife would flay me alive.
I
Rightly so.
Yeah, I think
She would be correct in doing so.
if we were gonna do something for stream around those weeks, it would
Mhm.
probably be early in the week or late in the week. It certainly wouldn't be day of.
No, for sure. But thank you so much to everyone that came by, and also thank you to our friends at Tabletop Audio for making this music that really helped set the tone for how traumatizing this was. I'm here for it.
yay trauma.
Brett's talented
But,
at that.
Thank you for being here. Remember that you matter, and we look pretty good for a dead bitch. Have a good night.
Good night.
You said the thing.
Meow.